Hey everybody, welcome back to Winter War 2015, sponsored by LegionBattles.com and Dota Store Peru. I am your host, Wolf Dota, and thank you very much for tuning back in to game number 2 of the Royal Knights Peru, going up against Bad Bears Esports. First game was pretty interesting, to say the least. The Royal Knights, they had what I felt was a much better draft, but they just didn't play it well. Basically, the nicest way to put it. They it was a little bit unfortunate for those guys, but sometimes that's how it goes. Bad Bears didn't have the best draft in the world, but they had a guy on a Shadow Fiend, smiley face guy, who kind of just walked over top of everybody and was 3-shotting heroes by the end of the game. No crit, just straight up 3 shots. Boom, boom, boom. Dead. And enough about the previous game. Let's see if the Royal Knights can manage to turn it around in this round 2 best of 3 for the Winter War 2015. Juggernaut banned out as well as the Visage for RKP. And then Razor, Necrophos, and Tidehunter banned out by Bad Bears. Venomancer Enigma picked up for the Royal Knights, and the Bad Bears, they grabbed themselves Ogre Magi and Silencer. Two heroes that were pretty popular for a little bit there, but they've slowly fallen off. Royal Knights banned the Rubik, which I think is a pretty good call. Unless... let's see what the Bad Bears want to go for. And Royal Knights taking up a lot of team fight right and early. Bad Bears is a little bit of a mix. They've got some really solid single target damage, as in the Ogre Magi, but you got a global, if you will, in the global silence of Silencer. Templar Assassin banned out by Bad Bears. And we'll have to wait and see what this final ban is going to be. The Royal Knights, it's going to be the Shadow Fiend Respect ban coming up for him, so that's going to make the smiley face guy smile, I imagine. Nonetheless, Royal Knights, I wouldn't be too surprised to see them continue along this line of big team fight. Void is still an option. Death Prophet is what they're going to grab, so some big team fights as well. Combo as well with the Enigma if he can get off a good black hole. Lots of time for the Death Prophet Spirits to go to town. I still wouldn't be surprised to see a Faceless Void, although it would be incredibly greedy. I just wouldn't be surprised if they picked it. Centaur's gonna come up for Bad Bear. Royal Knights, what are you guys gonna grab? Combos well with the Death Prophets, Ghosts, and all that stuff, so handy there. Not too sure. Gonna be a Legion. Okay. That's a little bit better. They pick up a Space Crater. Legion will probably be in the safe lane though. Enigma in the jungle. Venomancer either in the off lane or as a support, and then Death Prophet in the mid, I would guess. It's just they have such a greedy lineup. They need to fight. They need to get some items really quick and then fight early. Otherwise, they're gonna get torn apart. If the game, oh man, if the game goes to the point where the Bad Bears, because they come online a fair bit quicker, unless the Legion can snowball almost instantly. They also have a really good lineup for fighting into a Death Prophet. They can get rid of her very quickly, as well as they can silence her, they can nuke her down. They have the control for her in the Centaur and the Ogre Magi. And if the A has cold feet up, you can burst her down. And then they've got the ability to burst Legion Commander through the duel. That's the problem with the Royal Knights. Legion has to duel people either under Death Prophet ulti or like when they have no health. You can't duel somebody from full and then burst them down. Whereas if there was a Legion on the Bad Bears esports team, like Centaur, Stomp, Double Edge, and the Ogre Magi Fire Blast would be able to kill someone from full health. But either way, final bans coming out were the Anti-Mage and the Marana. Just kind of gonna see what Royal Knights are gonna go for next. And I have to give it a moment here.
10 seconds to go.
But it looks like they're
5 seconds.
gonna burn out some of their time thinking about this one. Like I said, they either need an offlaner or another support. I think picking up another support like a Lena or a Lion wouldn't be a bad thing. Lena might be a little bit better here. just because she's longer ranged, they're able to harass the centaur out. Doesn't have to worry about getting stomped or double-edged kind of thing if they went with lion. But it would also give them some much needed burst damage and a little bit more control. Because right now the only hards, they don't get okay. So it's going to be an offlane Slark or Legion Commander then, which is a interesting choice. A little risky. I mean, Slark good against Silencer. Pops his Purge right before that initiates. Gets silenced by a whole bunch of things, and then it all just kind of goes away. Confirmed, good spell. And Queen of Pain is going to be the last pickup for Bad Bears. Not surprised I grabbed a mid laner, and Smiley Face is going to pick that one up. I imagine he's probably almost as good as Quap as he is in Shadow Fiend, so look to see some plays coming out from her. And we'll have to see how it goes. Nonetheless, I worry for the Knights. They're all heroes that need a little bit of space in order to farm to be hard carries, or they don't transition from the space creators to the space UZs, as it were. It's just not. I don't think it's gonna be great. Either way, just a handful of seconds left, and hopefully, oh, looks like the Indigo is able to pick Venomancer. However, was not. But either way, for the Bears, we've got Crash playing that Ancient Apparition. Jared's gonna be on the Ogre Magi. Smiley Face is gonna be on his Quap, and Dankyo is playing the Silencer, and last but certainly not least, we've got Lomo on the Centaur War Runner. Select's going to be handled by Mr. Big Daddy, and then it's going to be Morizon on the Legion Commander. What's that? Jaghawk is going to be on the Venomancer, and Rampotato going to be on the Death Prophet, and Daniel is going to be on the Enigma. So I'm guessing it's offlane Legion Commander, judging by where she's going. Didn't give her a ward yet, but go. Question marks. There it is. Death Prophet should be going in the mid lane, and then yeah, Venomancer and Enigma up top. Did start with both teams starting with some smokes there, but looks like it's gonna be a safe lane farming Centaur, which I mean, EG's done it, so it must be good. But we'll see how it works out for him. I think the Quap's gonna have a very good time mid. He can easily deal with this Death Prophet. Even if they're trading harass, Quap's gonna be able to Shadow Strike and auto attack once, maybe twice, and then in addition to getting off screams. Whereas Death Prophet has a much weaker attack animation as well as significantly lower starting damage, and it's gonna be a tough laning phase for the Death Prophet. I expect to do very well in this lane. Up top, it looks like they're gonna go aggressive and farm the Silencer solo bottom, which solo Silencer up against the Legion Commander, I easily give the edge to the Silencer, especially if he starts with a glaive. He gets a glaive, and that's gonna be 6 pure damage right now, roughly, or maybe not, maybe 7 for him.
And they're off.
Right. On bonus damage on every attack, as well as just being able to orb walk the wave down is going to help a lot. So Legion will have a fairly tough time. Up here, if they get caught by either, well, if they get Fire Blasted and Centaur is able to walk into place for a Host Stomp, by then Cold Feet will have procced. So they've got all the stun they need in the world. And then once AA is level 2, they'll also have that Chilling Touch. You're going to have to be pretty careful up here that Slark doesn't get caught out a little bit. They're not too tanky. Or maybe that Venomancer doesn't try and rotate around a little sneakily and end up feeding. Again, no one for this rune, though. No one cares about the bottom bounty rune, apparently. Bob drops the, and there's the dagger. And an attack. Oh, misses. Only gonna go for the one. Fortunately, eats a tower shot, too, but... Nonetheless... See how it goes. Top! Oh! So close. Unfortunately, just missing the Centaur Hoof Stomp. They land that. That's their first blood. And unfortunately, they're going to have to wait a while. They all have mana to do that again. But It just shows how effective it could be. Silencer gonna be able to zone this Legion out fairly well. He's doing 9. There's a couple of attacks in there, and now has the Curse of the Silent. So there goes Legion's ability to spam overwhelming odds. Oh, thought they were diving. Was this Slark rotating down bottom? Okay, looks like they're going to rotate their lanes up, which is something I thought they should have done last time, but they ended up not doing it. And I think it's one of the things that cost them the game, to be honest. If they had let their Luna try and farm, like rotated their tri lane down to farm against the Venom, it would have been all right. But that they were very stubborn and they weren't willing to swap it up. Clark grabs a bounty rune. Unfortunately, not the level 1 bounty rune or the minute 1 bounty rune, but still gonna be happy with that. And I think later he'll be able to kill the silencer, but right now, oh man. Clark pauses the game, a little bit of lag, and very close to killing each other here. In fact, how much damage does that take for? Level 2 takes 40 damage, 3 seconds. So, what much time is that? A little under half, so it just takes, so it's probably got 1. We got 2 ticks left. Maybe it's got 2 or 3 ticks left. Probably needs 4 though is the thing. Gonna only tick for probably 30 damage. Yeah, it needs to tick. It needs to tick 4 times. 1. Is it gonna go? 2. Oh, it's gonna be enough. Wow. Whew! That was close. I didn't know how many. It had 2 or 3 ticks left on it, and very close. Nonetheless, so they end up trading. Unfortunately, Quap not having that point in Scream of Pain, or those in not able to get away. Unfortunately, maybe blinked aggressively and then died into the tower. Unfortunately, I didn't see it was happening until a little bit too late. But nonetheless, I think they're gonna go, and they're gonna back off. As some rotations come around from the Radiant, they might look to go. They smoked just there. They did. Not sure if oh, looks like they're gonna Delta split around. Slow comes out onto Ramp Potato, and Ogre Magi is just gonna charge into tower range. Doesn't care. AA thinks they're still going though. They're picking about Crash, kind of in an interesting position. Actually gonna freeze the Death Prophet, and now maybe they look to dive. Quap links forward. They're gonna get off another stun. Quap unfortunately gonna die to the towers again. They get the Death Prophet, but jeez, going a little bit too aggressive there. They're gonna go down. Trade 1 for 1, but so. I mean, honestly, Death Prophet probably came out ahead there. She survived, and the Quap didn't. So, I mean, I say that they survived the death, but nonetheless. Looks like Slark maybe went down to the Silencer. That would be my guess. Whittle them down with Glaives and Curse the Silent, then hit him with Last Word, able to finish him off. And the Glaive coming through, yeah, that hurts. Especially when you don't get the Stout Shield procs. Oh, Crypt Swarm, Silence. The right click coming out. And Ram Potato doing significantly better this time up against Smiley Face than he did before. The Mancer with the DD might be looking to loop around onto the Silencer here, but so far not yet. Slark's just praying for level 6. Unfortunately, he's only level 3. It's going to be a long, long ways off. Oh, up top, Legion and Centaur just chasing each other, but I think nothing's going to happen because due to it. And Venom's just going to go help try and zone maybe, but Silencer kind of owns this lane at this point. He can keep throwing out these glaives, and there's just very little that Slark can do. You need a much bigger rotation onto this, but how's their Enigma doing? He's he's only level 3. I didn't see if any of his camps were warded or not, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, he's not. I mean, he's getting some farm, but it's not the fastest jungle farm. Especially on Enigma. Slark, you gotta be careful, buddy. You don't wanna curse the Last Word and silence. Oh man, Legion goes down up top. Centaur, was that a solo kill? No. Maybe. Was it? Oh. Huh. Strange. Sorry about that, guys. Not sure what that was. But hopefully we'll be back underway. Looks like maybe the Steam servers took a little bit of a poop. We'll have to wait and see how this game's going. Hopefully I don't miss too much. But the way she goes sometimes, I guess. Hopefully it looks like I guess I'm still loading in. But I wonder if they even noticed that I DC'd. A little bit unfortunate though. I apologize for that, guys. Not sure if it was my fault or not, but at the end of the day, I'm the one who's streaming, so take my apology for what it's worth to you. And I guess I'll take the time here to plug Dota Store Peru as well as LegionBattles.com. Both guys doing the tournament. Unable to establish connection to the server. Game is safe to leave. Try reconnecting one more time. We have to send somebody a message here. Looks like everybody had DC'd from that one. So looks like everybody went down, so it wasn't just me. Hopefully everybody's yeah, hopefully it's all good. Everybody thinks it was everybody else. And all their heroes ran back to the base. Oh, that's funny. Everybody buys CPUs and quickly gets out of there. Quap able to pick up a couple assets. Might go. That's Prophet still at level 6. Quap, though, died to this tower before. It's so many shots. And a Crypt Swarm? Oh, man. So fucking risky. And it's also very unfortunate Legion died when she did because she's almost level 6. When she gets level 6, hopefully they can go start snowballing a little bit with this and get off to a decent start, but as of now they haven't yet. They need to do something about the silencer. He's getting very, very, very strong. Gonna throw out another Curse of the Silent, and I imagine some glaives here. Level 1 Curse of the Silent doesn't do that much, especially after other heroes are no longer level 1. But he's gonna get his tower pushed in a little bit here, and there's not a lot he can do. Especially because oh boy. That's a huh. No. I mean, that's a little interesting here. A little bit of a puppy pause coming out. Hopefully both teams. I don't think there's much that he could have done about that anyway. He's gonna throw out the global, but no rotations coming through, and he should go down. Slark takes a lot of damage though. Not level 6 yet. Silencer able to juke through. Now they're rotating in the ogre. I mean, no Crypt Swarm popped. Gonna throw it out now, and they gotta be a little bit careful here. She pops her 6 charges. Slark pounces out. Still not level 6 though. He's gonna eat 2 tower shots for sure. Darkpack comes out. Not sure if that was necessary. Oh, he's gonna go down. Oh no. The Slark falls. And that's a little bit of a risky pause. Yeah, that's a little questionable. But, I mean, neither... It's also very hard to say that they just puppy paused just because, I mean, the servers have been shit in the bed, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It was a unfortunate moment where Centaur just paused and Silencer was like, oh fuck, I'm dead. But top, looks like Enigma's going to get going on again here. Stampede's going to come through. It's going to connect. Stomp as well. It's a double edge. He's going to throw it out. Secures the kill. Quap finally getting on the positive board there. A little bit more anyway. 1, 2, and 2. Far Cry off from his Shadow Fiend play before. He's going to throw out a dagger. He's got a Scream as well. And he's got his ulti. He can throw it out. And he's going to. There it is. Slark goes down. Was about to pounce away. Fortunately, not able to get out of there. And Quap's going to be pretty happy with that. Rotates, gets an assist and a kill. And Silencer's now got a Force Staff. Legion getting glaive down, taking a lot of damage. Not something you want to deal with. Does have that second point up in glaive, so now throwing out a lot of extra pure damage on these right clicks. Mid lane though, it looks like it's gonna be Death Prophet the one to drop. Quap with nope. It's gonna go to Ogre Magi somehow. He takes down the Death Prophet. He's gonna be pretty happy with that. Duel's happening bottom though, unfortunately not able to win. And that's what I was meaning. Force Staff away. They might still be able to pick up the kill, but they're not going to get the duel damage, and Legion, I think, is going to drop down because of this. Wait for it. Yeah. He goes down. So, they get the kill, but in the end, Legion does drop, so it's not as worth it as it could have been. And if they were planning on running this Venomancer just to support, I don't know why they didn't pick up a Lion or a Lina, like the Ogre Magi themselves, a Skywrath Mage, something with a little bit more oomph than this Venomancer, who just doesn't do any damage. Like, doesn't do any in the short enough time that it's going to help a duel anyway. Looks like they might look to Roshan, but that's pretty far off prospect. They don't have any any real mechanism to do that. They don't have a Vlad, they don't have a Medallion, they don't have anything along those lines, a mechanism even. But either way, Quap's working towards that Orchid. Does have her... Oh, wait, those are Ogre's boots? Not too sure. Either way, ooh, Centaur. He's got his Blink Dagger up and running now. Actually opting to max the Stomp instead of Double Edge, so going for that damage where he doesn't have to hurt himself. And he gets a little bit more of a Stomp duration as well, so I mean it's an extra 2.5 seconds, but I still don't think that's worth not maxing Double Edge. Either way, Centaur Lark's gotta be real careful here. Ogre can start running up, and Centaur can be on top of him in a moment. We'll see if that's what they want to go for. They see the Enigma because of Ward, and they're gonna back off. I imagine we'll see a Regoose here. Bottom lane though, they're looking for the Silencer. He's got Global up here, and his Force Staff is up and running, so he can be out of here in a moment if he needs to be. But I'm gonna have to wait and see. There's gonna be rotation through from the Ogre. Ancient Apparition does as well. Centaur Stampede is popped. They're going to look to go in the Legion Commander. He gets stunned up, but I don't think he's going to take enough damage. Maybe he will. We'll see how much this does. No, not enough. He doesn't go down. In the end, they do not pick him off. But where is this Death Prophet? She's trading with the Quap again underneath her tower. Oh, no. And I think she's going to die again, just like she did before. You can actually deny this. Run to the Venomancer. Run to the Venomancer. And, oh, he gets it. Oh, jeez, what a shot from the Venomancer. He's probably yelling at his teammate, yeah, come back, come back. The other guy's like, what do you mean? I'm dead. But don't realize that that is one of the few dots that you can deny out from under. So they're able to pick it off and able to secure that kill. Right. Who we got coming out here next? Looks like... Still not ready to use this Blink Dagger. Hasn't started rotating at all yet. I mean, could go for a Stomp Double Edge onto the Slark if you wanted to. Might be able to pick him off even, but so far not going to be an option. Enigma dropping very low. Tanking some creeps it looks like. And they're pinging out mid again. Quap going very aggressive. Gets silenced up. Throws out a couple more right clicks. And that's going to be a very low Death Prophet in a moment here. Fortunately, it's still level 2 daggers, so actually not going to take her out that much. But that's just going to bring her low. She's got a bottle, a couple charges in it, as well as a fresh rune. Quap's actually going to find her, though. Throws out a dagger, a scream, and one more right click. She's going to get her. So, this Obs Ward paying dividends right there. Going to be pretty happy with that. And this game is slowly tilting out of control in the favor of the Bears. I mean, it's not a whole lot of... It's not one big thing. It's just a whole bunch of little things. I imagine if we look at the gold and experience, it's... Yeah, it's like I said, it's just slowly climbing in their favor. And their Centaur still hasn't really rotated, even though he's 2-0-0. But just not not being everywhere in the map. He's going to throw another Stampede. They're going to look to find the Venomancer in the bottom lane. They throw out the last word, an Ogre Club, and he goes down to the Silencer. Silencer now has 6 stolen intelligence. So starting to stack up. Been a part of 3 kills, so he's gotten intelligence every time. And meanwhile, Quap has pushed down that mid tower. Fairly close to the Orchid. Could have it after this creep wave, depending on how many CS he gets. Not Orchid, sorry. His second Oblivion Staff. But just going to bring his bottle to him. They might look to go on this Legion Commander. They've got an AA Blast ready, as well as Global. Ogre Magi is going to run up, but unfortunately doesn't find the Fire Blast. Oh, they're going to throw out the AA Blast. They're shooting that quite a ways behind. Probably just a scouting one. Wanted to see if there's anyone waiting behind the tower for him. But in the end, it's not going to connect on much. Queen of Pain waiting for the rune. Bottling up. And Death Prophet is now rotated back. Oh, she's got to be pretty careful though. Quap does have her ulti up there. Gonna throw out a dagger. Gets silenced though. Potato trying to trade as best she can, but the Scream of Pain is gonna be there. And oh, the Gale doesn't connect, and oh, the Plague Ward's still not there either. Quap's gonna be able to blink away out of all that. And next time he's gonna have her Orchid. AA is rotating through. Does have another blast to go on the Venomancer if he wants to. Gonna throw it, but unfortunately it's gonna be wide. And they're just gonna force him back. And oh, Legion Commander getting drained down by this Silencer. Taking a fair bit of damage as well as losing a lot of mana to him. Quap should have, does have her Orchid now, so gonna rotate through pretty effectively with that. And I mean, she's died a handful of times, but she's been a part of 7 kills, so she's been there half the time. Unfortunately, a lot of her deaths were trades in the mid lane, a little bit earlier than she probably would have wanted. Centaur's gonna go on the Slark. Fortunately, Ogre's not quite there. They're gonna Stampede after him though. Oh, they clip him and they see him. He blocks the pounce as well. Nicely done. AA Blast. Not gonna connect. Oh, it does! AA gets the snipe from downtown. He's going to be pretty happy with that crash. Quietly 4-0-2 on this Ancient Apparition. Doing very well for himself. They're not the most farmed hero on the board by any stretch, but certainly doing very well. Especially for a pretty quiet support like that. Enigma's up here, and this is another person who's been pretty quiet, but not somebody you want to be. As a Blink Dagger, it's going to have it canceled now for the next handful of seconds. And they're actually going to look to go. I think they're going to sacrifice the Ogre. He's going to get... Gale doesn't connect. Does get slowed up. No Poison Sting leveled on the Venomancer. Oh, that's a bit of a mistake. Global comes out. They lose the Ogre. AA Blast is going to come through. It's going to connect on 2. Quap goes through. He's going to finish out the Venomancer. At the same time, the Legion Commander goes down. And so is the... Oh, shit. Why'd that open? So does the Death Prophet. Enigma gets a really nice black hole, able to pick up 2, but Quap comes back, gets another kill. Make it a triple kill for her, and it looks like the Centaur is going to go down. He tried to double-edge a creep. Unfortunately, didn't think of it. And Quap's going to be able to finish off the Slark with her dagger, or blinking out to safety herself. So in the end, Quap is the big winner of that one, and that was a messy, messy fight. Pretty even all across the board, except for the Queen of Pain, coming out very far ahead. Going to be very happy with that. And unfortunately, Silencer DCs again. Oh man, the servers. Causing problems. Poor guys. Thanks, Verb. One guy. So, wonder what... I'm assuming Quap probably going to look for... Oh, what did he pick up? Ultimate Orb. I hope it's not a Lincoln's. I imagine it's probably a Sheep Stick. Could have gone for an Ags there if he'd wanted to. Much shorter cooldown. Might have been a little bit better overall, but in the end, I think it's going to work out to about the same if he goes Scythe. It'll certainly make his ability to blink much better. Doesn't have to worry about Slark being able to purge that either. At least not as easily. But nonetheless, we'll see what he wants to go for. It could just be a Lincoln's too to protect himself from the duel and Malefice and stuff. So we'll see. Clark's got a Blink Dagger now. Picks it up from the grave. So a little bit better initiation and escape for him. Death Prophet still doesn't have that Yules yet, though. And that is something she wanted a long time ago. Also really wants that level 11. Should be able to get that pretty quick here. Silencer, he's got 12 stolen intelligence, was a decent part of that fight up top, stayed alive for a while of it. And, oh, Quap diving very aggressively. Gonna finish off the Death Prophet again. Showing off that Orchid, but gonna get dueled, unfortunately, just outside tower range. They don't have the burst damage to bring her down. She's gonna be able to blink away, only has the Poison Nova on her, which is not fatal damage. Oh, that said, AA gets caught by the Enigma. Stampede gonna draw him away, but I think he's gonna tick down. 30 health, starts stabbing, gets countered by a creep. No, they're not able to finish him off. Centaur comes back in. Stomp, double edge, looking to finish him off. One more chop. Nez, oh, big scream of pain comes back from the Quap. Hasn't rotated all the way out yet. Unfortunately, gets Malfist up under the tower. Taking a couple shots, going to be able to blink away and stay alive. And, well, a couple dropped very low. No one going down for the Bears, and they end up getting 2. Oh, maybe make it 3. It's Blast. Catches the Enigma. And that's going to be about it. He's not going to drop from this either, but going to be pretty close. Quap, going to bottle up the Centaur a little bit. And take a boundary rune for himself. This Ancient Apparition is so low on health. But in the end, what they're looking for is the Slark, who has a blink dagger, not up yet. Quap's going to see him. Orchid, no, there it is. Gets it off. Going to blink forward, gets the scream off as well. A couple of right clicks. He's going to pop to the Orchid. He does go down. Legion probably looking for a duel. Unfortunately, not going to be able to find it. Centaur stomps him, but Raise Enigma comes in with the Malefist. They're looking to go on each other. AA Blast is going to fly through. It's going to connect on both, but I don't think they're going to reinitiate as the Venomancer Death Prophet have rotated up. And this looks like it might be the end for now. They're picking out the Venomancer. The Plague War there. It's going to spot him. Why does this Venomancer not have Poison Sting? Either way, looks like that both teams are going to back off. They do have Global as well as Stampede if they want to go, but AA ult is on cooldown, and Quap was pretty hurt and rotated bottom. Oh, what has she got? Looks like the Crow's going to Secret Chomp, so it is going to be a Scythe coming out for the Queen of Pain, which I think is just fine, and she's actually going to just push bottom. Go for the ESC tower. Oh, Global comes out up top as they look to initiate on Stampede in the defensive direction, but he goes back in. Blink double edge, gets a kill. Black Hole connects on 2. They're going to be able to get 1. They get the... No! Centaur somehow wins the duel. Silencer was there. The extra damage from the glaive is just doing too much work, and he's not even going to go down to the Slark. It's a 3-for-1 in the top lane. Ogre Magi standing strong. Venomancer's there, but he's going to drop. Silencer does so much damage right now. These glaives just too strong. And it's going to be a 4-for-1. Slark rotates back through, gets a pounce, maybe be able to pick someone up finally, but I think he's going to go down. One more glaive shot, second glaive shot. There he goes. He pops to the Silencer, and I mean, at this point, it's starting to get ridiculous. Quap, meanwhile, was bottom, did knock down that tower. Silencer's got 22 intelligence stolen. Oh, sitting very pretty, and also glaving for an absurd amount of damage. Oh, man. When they buffed glaives, I was super confused as to why. It now hits for 90% of his intelligence as bonus pure damage. And it's just absurd. Speaking of absurd, Quap now has a... Oh, gonna go forward. Gets the scream off. Does land it. This is gonna be a very dead pig. Bursts to the Orchid proc. And Quap is now godlike. Starting to repeat that performance he had on the Shadow Fiend before. Very nice play coming up from Mr. Smileyface. I wish he had a real name. That's all I gotta say. The dote has been good from him, but his naming skills are a bit lacking. Top tower does go down. Looks like Centaur and Silencer are able to finish it off. And he throws out a glaive for an extra 106 bonus pure damage. Absolutely ridiculous. Ogre Magi is level 11. Has his arcane boots. Not a whole lot else. They pinging him out. They pinging out the Death Prophet. They might want to go. Ogre's going to get spotted by a Plague Ward. He's still walking up there. What are you doing? Ice Blast is going to come through. It's not going to connect. Gets the debuff, but no burst damage. And Ogre still alive. They're going to lift up. Lift up the Venomancer. He pops his ulti. He's going to pay for it, though. He goes down. Oh, the Legion Commander drops everybody very low. Ogre Magi does go down. Global comes out. Silencer's going to fall to this. Just not sure what it is. He does go down to the Venomancer, and so does the Ancient Apparition. Triple kill for the Venomancer. They're looking to finish off the Centaur. He's going to get caught up by the Slark. He's going to look to trade. No, he can't do it. Double Edge, just not quite enough damage. And they get 4 for a Venomancer. And that is an absurd amount of experience and gold going their way. Everyone's going to be very happy with that on their side. And Wop wasn't there. She wasn't with her team. Her team took a fight. And the Venomancer ulti did a fair bit of work there. Dropped everybody very low. Finally had a point up in Poison Sting. There's a fair bit of work. Quap looking to go onto the Slark, doing... Oh, man, that double damage rune. Oh, there's not a lot you can do up against that. Orchided, hexed up, and clicked down by the Quap. Enigma's got to be careful, though. Winterpain's still in the area. Has her ulti up in 16 seconds, as well as the Scythe. Maybe look to pick off another one. We'll have to wait and see. And this is the problem. Legions dueled once and gave the damage to Centaur. Oh, this is a dead Venomancer. One more click. There it is. Easily beyond godlike is the smiley face guy. He's got 3k gold in the bank. Sells a null talisman, I believe. I would say go Ags at this point. The shorter cooldown would be way better. Actually, picks up a Reaver. Maybe that was a misclick, or maybe it wasn't. Looks like they're going to look to go. Quap blinks in, hexes up the Death Prophet, bursts her down with the song. Centaur looking to get a stomp off. Legion Commander gets a nice Purify. A Blast does connect. He's going to go down to that. Enigma Silence Up, going to get stomped up as well. Double Edge is going to be there. Yes, it is, but it's not enough. A Black Hole comes out. That said, Silencer cleans him up with one glaive. Going to look to push now, maybe the tier 2 mid, as they have dove into the enemy high ground and are slowly just cleaning it up. And it's games like this that are tough to come back from. And not even just as in like bounce back and somehow win the game. I mean, it's tough to play a game like this where it's not going great and then still remain motivated afterwards. Like it's more you're like, oh man, like it's so tough. But hopefully these guys don't have to worry about that. Oh, hey, if they get pickups like that, maybe they win the game and they start laughing and drinking tonight. But I imagine the golden experience, yeah, it's pretty far out there right now for 23 minutes, especially whenever the Quap's in the fight. They just seem to go significantly better. She is the large bulk of their net worth lead, and then Silencer would be the second berth that they have. And he just does so much damage now. Gonna have an Ag Scepter out in a very short moment. He just needs to pick up the point booster, and he's gonna be very tanky then as well. Gonna hit a little bit harder as well. And we'll have to see how it goes from then. Oh. Slark finds the Silencer, throws out a pounce. Yule Scepter himself. Fortunately, no help. Actually, Stampede. Force Staff Stomp comes out from the Centaur. They're going to like to turn this, and now it's Slark who's getting hunted. And that's another kill for the Silencer. A Blast slowly flies through. Maybe just going to hit the creep wave with it. Yeah, he's going to just burst down the creeps. A couple of them anyway. And Quap picks up a heart. And you know what? That's probably not a bad thing at all. She's going to be able to sustain very effectively now. Actually going to go in the Legion. There's the Silence as well. Orchided up, hexed, and brought down. Such is the life of anyone who seems to try and push out a lane on this side. Oh, Centaur seems to have found somebody. He finds the Death Prophet, cleans up the creeps, and she's going to go down. There it is. Ogre Magi with the Fire Blast. Easily able to clean that one up. And they're going to push this lane now. Quap going to burst down the wave, and this is going to be the second tier 2 dropping in favor of the Bears. And Quap doesn't even care if she's tanking the tower. She has more... Oh, gonna find the Venomancer. She's gonna go high ground for him. The screen comes out. She bursts him down. Does have a blink up, but not apparently afraid of it. She's actually gonna rotate bottom. Maybe likes to go in the Enigma. Gonna hex him up. Cancels the TP. Scream, Silence as well. A couple of more right clicks, and she's gonna have him. He's gonna back up though. Doesn't have a TP. Does have a blink. Unfortunately, it's gonna remain canceled. There's not a lot she can do about it. And that's gonna be a double kill and another beyond in the streak of Beyond Godlike. If they kill this Quap, she's going to give up so much golden experience. It's going to be absolutely absurd. And Centaur looking to stop? Maybe? No. Doesn't look like he is going to. Silencer has his Ags now, so does have the Drain on Curse the Sign. Will cancel Blink Daggers as well. We're going to see a very ambitious exorcism come up from the Death Prophet, and they promptly are not able to find anyone. She went for the Silence instead of the Yules, which I think was the mistake there. They didn't have any way to hold them in place. Oh, Quap's in the area though. Doesn't have an ulti yet, but is there gonna get spotted out? Still has her blink, gonna get hit by the Legion Commander. Crypt Swarm comes out as well, but it only tickles her. And they're just waiting for the Exorcism to wear off. They're gonna go on the Legion Commander. They Yules him up. Gonna burst down some of these creeps. Global comes out, multicast onto the Legion. He's gonna go down to a double edge of the Centaur. A-Blast is gonna connect on the Venomancer. Squarely it does. And one more glaive. Oh, he misses it. Fire Blast is there though. That's gonna take him down. Nice black hole. Unfortunately gets cancelled by the Quap. Hex was there. And at this point they're able to just run over top of him. GG is gonna be called. And it looks like that's gonna be the game. Unfortunately, the Royal Knights of Peru just not able to pull it out, and the Bears, they take another very deciding victory in the second round of Winter War 2015. Scotty, he says, sad face. So, either way, Bad Bears Esports, they take a very impressive win off the back of their Queen of Pain. We had a very impressive golden experience per minute, and at the end of the day, they played very well. They're going to be moving on to round 3. Of course, the Royal Knights are not out of the tournament by any means. They now just have to battle it out in the lower bracket for a chance at redemption in the Dota Store Peru and LegionBattles.com sponsored Winter War 2015. I am your host, Wolf Dota. I think I'm going to be back with another set of games from a different tournament. I'm going to throw up an overlay, play some music, and I'll be back to let you guys know shortly.